it to Griffith. A bit of a drive. Weather was nice and there wasn't any traffic. We're going to hit the trails now and look for a suitable campsite. Once we find a campsite, we'll get that set up. Hopefully we'll have enough time to do a bit more trail running with either the rigs or with the stroker bike. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we're on the trail to Griffith, and the last time we were here, this giant dirt pile was not. It looks like they bored a hole out and built a new trail. We still don't know the purpose. Our hypothesis is this is where the logging trucks turn around, but we're not entirely sure. So we're gonna head down this trail. It's a bit damp, so Sean's gonna lead just because he's got drag slicks on his car. If he gets stuck, we'll just winch him out in reverse, and then we'll head down. There's another trail hidden behind this pile, and we'll head down there because we know there's campsites down there. But we want to check this new place out first.
Back.
So we made it to Griffith. We took a different road than we did last year, and this is like a completely different area. There's a lot more rocks. The foliage seems to be denser. It's almost like we're in another province. But we found a beautiful campground. It's, as you can see, it comes right out to the lake. We don't have any watercraft, which sucks, but this is going to be a great spot to spend 2 days and 2 nights.
We'll blur that out, but yeah. Anyways,
Sorry,
I just had to go get that.
Well, no, we can.
I just saw a clay pigeon.
We should take a picture of how much garbage we collect from here at the end. It'll be nice. We can get those shoes out of there, hopefully without feet attached.
Ah, you missed it, but we did this.
Here, take a little shot of this.
Look at that.
That's ancient history right there. Once was a guy named Buddy Gano. He was a friend of me and you. I went to his place one spring day. to old buddy I had lots to say. Well, he was half out in his old armchair and says, "Hey buddy, what you got over there?" The snort and jolt, he snapped awake. He says to me, "Oh, hey Jake, this is a part of my..."
Anyways, it's about 7:30 in the morning. It got pretty cold last night. We managed to keep the fire going all night. But yeah, it was not below zero, but pretty close. I'm the only one up right now, so I'm gonna do a bit of exploring. I'm hoping that someone else is up at the camp by now, because I always wake up early in any scenario. I'm usually the first one up, and it can be kind of boring sometimes. But if they're not up, I'll just start cooking and I'll just make a lot of noise until they wake up. That's the introvert way.
It's about 9 in the morning, and I've just been enjoying this fog coming off the lake for a while here. It's pretty cold right now, but it's gonna be a beautiful day.
We're not very good at filming what happens at camp. Colin, your timing is impeccable.
I know. I went to go plug my phone and I saw the camera. I'm like, man, we should film just cooking.
Colin is cameraman of the moment. we're at Colin's house now on the Saturday following. So Colin cut his hand open and died. And once that happened, we didn't really remember to film. So there's very little footage of what happened after that point. But essentially, we loaded Colin's cadaver up in the back of the Subaru and drove down to the morgue while Sean and Amelia packed up. And then Shane and I drove back to help finish packing up the camp. And so by the time we were done that, it was about, I think, just before 10.
Yeah, about that.
So then we drove down the trails in the dark to go pick up his body from the morgue. And yeah, that was an interesting drive because we aren't locals. So we were driving like normal people, but the locals, they know the roads, they're comfortable with it, so they were really everywhere. So we have a small amount of iPhone footage from that. And then once we picked up Colin's body, we were driving down. We just wanted somewhere to go eat. We ended up going to Arnprior to get some Tim's, and then that was pretty much it. We just broke apart, took Colin to the old cemetery, and paid our respects. So yeah, it sort of was an abrupt ending to the trip. It's a bit too bad that it had to be cut short like that, but
Just like my life.
yeah, it was still a lot of fun.
Colin's cut short like that.
And yeah, hopefully Colin will get better for the next trip. And he'll be alive again.
Perhaps he will return next time.
Does anyone have
We'll
anything
rise
else to add on what we didn't get on film?
We didn't film us making dumpling.
Yeah, I was
Montrose.
we tried to use frozen dumplings, but they were thawed by the time we were ready to cook them. So
And Amelia just pulled it apart with her hands and it was
Yeah,
all falling apart.
it
Yeah.
just turned into a fluid. They were all glued together.
yeah, so our cooking, as per usual, our cooking was entirely us just figuring it out as we go along.
It was tasty
It
though.
was still a good meal. Like I enjoyed it.
Made for a pretty good wonton soup.
I went back for thirds.
We didn't end up finding Bigfoot.
No Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Mission failed as always.
no Bigfoot this
Till next time.
But
We'll find him.
we'll get him.
Promise.
We'll get him.
Yeah. That's the only true purpose of these trips, obviously.
That's the only, yeah.
A
Why would
worthy
you
cause
live-
to sacrifice Colin
Why would you
to.
live in Canada if you're not
Looking
gonna
for
go look for
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot? Right. Well,
Rest in peace, Colin.
recipes Colin.
Will do.
Thanks for watching. Go get outside.